I just built a free AI trading bot in about 10 minutes and I don't even know how to code. I just told it what I wanted, set it loose on a $100,000 account and walked away. By the end, you'll know whether an AI can actually trade or whether you should never hand it even a dollar. The AI places trades completely on its own, and the last trade it made is the reason this video even exists. We will know whether an AI can outtrade you and I. The AI built the bot, a Solana bot, with a stop and target on every single trade. Tell me why you enter, why you exit. That's it. And it writes the whole thing. Will it make money? Let's find out. For today's trading bot, I'm going to be using the AI Claude. It's very similar to ChatGPT, but I would say it's a lot smarter. ChatGPT actually have their own software called Codex that we could create today's AI trading bot with. And if you want to see Claude versus ChatGPT's Codex, leave a like on the video and let me know in the comments section. For today's trading bot, I'd really like to be using Fable 5, but unfortunately, the US government shut it down. When we're on Claude, we actually have three sections. We have the chat section, we have the co-work section, and we also have the code section, and that's where we're going to be focusing on for today. I'm also going to be using Claude's latest model, Opus 4.8. I would say their other two models, Sonnet and Haiku, are not smart enough for an AI trading bot. And one thing I'll do, since I'm on the paid plan, I'm going to turn Opus onto the smartest all the way up to Ultra Code. I'm sure turning Opus down to something like Extra or High would be just as fine if you don't have as much usage. We can also track how much usage I use in today's video. So we can currently see my 5-hour limit is at 7% and my weekly limit is at 9%. So we'll track that at the end. Now let's go ahead and ask Claude to build me a trading bot. Build me a profitable Solana trading strategy for TradingView. Make no mistake, use a trend following strategy, put a take profit and a stop loss on every trade, and put a label every single time you enter, every single time you exit, and exactly why in plain English. Because we all know that AI can be chatting some gibberish. And literally, I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter. So this could take a second, actually come back once it begins thinking. It's already been a minute. Let's hope that Claude hasn't forgotten about us. Wow, I'm sure that Claude has fallen asleep on this one. All right, guys, I'll be back when Claude decides to wake up. Oh, it's working. Okay, Claude, get to work. Okay, one thing cannot be a guaranteed profitable strategy. Okay, fair enough. Let's begin to write the strategy. Multi-agent review, hunt for errors. So what are we going to have to do? Here, allow Claude to write the sole trend writer. Let's go ahead and always allow. Let's go, Claude, and build out this trading strategy. I've already used 4,400 tokens. Let's keep track of how many I use by the end. Allow Claude to run a workflow Pine trend strategy review. Okay, let's allow it. Check, run sanity check. Wow, I'm going to have to allow all of these checks. These are so many, one after another. Already 76,000 tokens. Oh my God, and it's going higher every second. Okay, audit, chop, logic. This may not be the best of ideas, but I'm going to have to go ahead and go auto mode. Enable auto mode. 16 minutes and we've already spent more than 300,000 tokens. I need to go to the bank for a loan. Okay, so it looks like Claude is finished with the trading bot. It's named it Soul Trend Rider, but now that it's in place, it's going to run a review in the background before it actually hands me everything. And it looks like Claude actually found some bugs with risk sizing, exit label, and actually automatically went ahead and fixed all of those for me. Wow, this is cool. So it's actually giving us a visual representation of Claude's process on how it's taking a trade. So what it does is it waits for a bar to close, then looking for the trend regime, so the 200 EMA, so the price and slope must agree. Then we've got the entry trigger when the 21 and 55 EMA cross and the ADX is greater than 25 and rising. Enter and draw a label, so size for 1% risk, stop and set the target. While you're in the trade, trade, manage the exit, stop, and profit targets are live. And then here we can see profit. So we exit with a profit, stop loss, loss was captured, or even a reversal exit. So there we go. And then it actually checks, was it a profitable exit or a losing exit? So here, this is a disciplined trend follower. Is there a real trend? So it's looking for a positive slope on the 200 EMA. Did the momentum just turn? 200 EMA crosses the 55. Are we clear of a chop zone? So this is very in depth. And here's how we can actually run it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this bot set up in TradingView. So open TradingView, go to the Solana chart, set the time frame. It recommends 4 hour or 1 hour. For this video, I'm going to jump on the 1 minute to see if it's profitable. But don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe, because in a future video, I could actually change up the time frames and actually pit different strategies or AIs against each other. Okay, so I'm going to set it up now. I'm on the Solana chart on TradingView. On the right-hand side, we can see pine. It looks like a pine tree. And here we can actually upload our script. So now that I'm in the pine editor, I'm actually going to delete everything here and then go back to Claude and click on the file that he gave me, copy, go ahead and paste that in. Now we can see this strategy is about 210 lines. So I can actually rename the script. Let's call it Claude V1. Save that script. And then even here, we can go ahead and click play. Okay, it looks like I've ran into a couple of issues. Let's actually go ahead and send all of them to Claude. Okay, I just copied and pasted the 3 problems that TradingView told me I had and go ahead and send them to Claude and say, TradingView failed, fix this. Okay, it looks like Claude found the error. It's all those weird M dashes that it seems to constantly be adding to all of its chats. And I'm sure you've actually seen that if you've been using AI over the last few months. So here's the new Pine file. Let me go ahead and actually copy this one and I'll paste it. Okay, it looks like we ran into another problem. This is not going to be as easy as I thought. Okay, I'm going to paste this problem again to Claude. I took a screenshot. Let's see what they say. Okay, Claude said I made a mistake and told me exactly what I need to copy. Okay, I've pasted it all in. Let's go ahead and try it again. Wow, and it looks like it has worked. Let's go ahead and check exactly how much Claude has made with its trading bot. Before we do that, let's actually check the trades on the chart. Here was Claude's trade. We are on the 5-minute time frame, and there was a short entry when Solana hit $71.11. And why did Claude do that? Why did it take a short? The 21 exponential moving average crossed below the 55 exponential moving average. Momentum turned down. Price is below a falling 200 EMA. So it's a confirmed downtrend. ADX is greater than 25 and rising. So strong strengthening trend, and price is a clear distance below the 200 EMA. It's out of a chop zone. And unfortunately, here we have a short exit. So it looks like we exited at 71.56. So nearly 0.5% higher. And why? The stop loss price rose to a protective stop and loss cap. But look how close Claude was actually to calling this drop. It got out here because of its protective stop, but it nearly caught a perfect major move on Solana. So I would nearly call that a win. I would actually need to come in here and maybe tweak slightly its strategy, leave a little bit more room on the entry, actually put it back to this old high and give it enough room on the trade, because Claude was very close to actually catching this entire trend. Okay, here is the next trade that Claude took. So it actually took a long back. This was on June the 8th at $65.15. So why? The 21 EMA crossed above the 55. Price is above the rising 200 EMA. So basically exactly the same. It's following its step-by-step rules. Unfortunately, we actually got stopped out here. So exited just a little bit lower. Looks like about 1% lower. So why stop loss? Price fell, loss cap to protect capital. So we did have a bit of a swing. Claude was nearly able to, again, pick this trend. If we just let left our stop at a more reasonable level below the last swing, it would have left us enough room to actually capitalize on the gain. And before I show you exactly how much Claude made over these series of trades, I just want to show you one more trade. So here we can see Claude got a short entry at $61.88, plus cross below the EMA, and price is falling. So again, basically the opposite, exact opposite of its past long trade. And it looks like it got out of a protective stop. So about 1% higher, maybe a little bit more, got out on a protective stop, and probably lucky that it did because it took a short here and price rose quite heavily. So I would say that stop loss was successful. Okay, so here are the final results. Over 9 trades, 1 out of 9 trades was profitable for Claude. A total loss of $576.81. And that doesn't even take into account commissions and slippage on any particular trading exchange. So overall, I would say those results were quite catastrophic, and we would definitely need to go back to the drawing board or wait for a much stronger AI before we're able to hand AI our money to actually trade on our behalf. So there we have it. Claude lost over $500 in this trading experiment. Clearly, it's not a profitable AI just yet, but can we compare it to ChatGPT and see if Codex is actually more profitable than Claude? If you'd like to see that video, smash the like button, subscribe, tap the notification bell, and let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.